Hello, everyone. I'm Greg, Head of Design. I have today with me Duri, who is our Chief Technology Officer, and we're going to chat with you today about our new exciting product, ChatSG. So let's crack on. Duri, what is ChatSG?
So ChatSG is our HR AI chatbot that allows you to get access to all your HR questions 24/7. We built it because we thought we built up over 15 years of knowledge and experience in HR and payroll. And one of the things that our customers always wanted was the ability to get that information to them faster, easier. And so we thought that this would be a great way for us to make people's lives just a little bit easier.
Okay. So how does it work? Can we just see it in action?
Sure. All right. Why don't I just demo it? So here we go. So this is ChatSG. I'll hide these for a second. What you'll see here is it's essentially just a text box. And you have the option to select country if you want to, but I don't need to. And you could ask things that are related to HR. So if you try to ask it about things that are not HR related, it'll probably give you a little error message. But let's ask, so I'm hiring in the UK. What do I need to know about taxes? Let's see what it
Okay.
says. So what it's doing in the background here is it's first running some checks to make sure it's an HR related question. Then it's going and providing some embeddings, which is basically a mathematical understanding of the question you're asking here. And then it's going and taking that mathematical understanding and comparing it to our database of knowledge that we built up over 15 years and comparing it. So it finds articles that are similar around this question, and then is using that as context to be able to build an answer. So as you know, like one of the challenges I've always had is that when I go and read an article, it's not designed specifically to answer the question that I have. It's maybe it's very long, maybe it's answering a different question, but it has some of the related context, and that's kind of what it's like for a lot of our knowledge base. So this
Yep.
allows us to basically combine that context together with your question and give a very targeted answer. And so to maybe dive in a little bit more, I can take one of these things. Maybe I could say, you know, do I need to register? And having moved to the UK before, this is one of those things that I had to actually ask. This is a question that I had to ask my my HR department at the time. It's like, how did I go through that process? And it could sometimes take a little while to go and get those answers because the person you were talking to maybe doesn't have as much local expertise. So this
Of
is a
course.
way for you to go and get that access to that information right away and to feel really confident that the information that's being provided is accurate and up to date.
Yeah, of course, and it could be different as well. The differences in the naming convention between countries, which then even if you try to translate it, it doesn't make the same sense, right? Okay, so but you mentioned the data, right? And that's probably something which is the most important in this product because it's our data, isn't it? And which we collected. But if we try to explain it to our clients, how actually chat is using our data. What's the process? How does it different from the other IEs around?
Well, so our data set is something that is not just scraped from the internet. We've spent decades or 15 years rather building that content, and we have some of the best HR experts anywhere in the world, based locally, speaking the local language, collecting, maintaining, refining that information. They're also putting things into our knowledge base that are not just legislative, but conventional, like understanding how people operate and some of the best ways to navigate, uh, you know, local environments, is useful information that we have for a long time shared internally, and now it's available to our clients, and really anybody that registers with Safeguard Global. So that's, I think, a valuable resource, and it's something that we intend to continue to develop as a way to access, kind of a complex world that we have around legislation. It gives you the ability to kind of make it a little bit more accessible, a little bit more understandable. You could simplify complex topics. You could ask it to explain a complex topic to you. And these sorts of things, we're leaning on some cutting edge AI. So it's not just things that we've built internally. We feel very strongly that the work that's been done to create some foundational natural language models really help us understand the world that we're living in. That they've really done an amazing job of growing an understanding of language, and 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 then if you can combine that with some of the content that we feel really confident in, it's really a great a duo. And that's just the beginning. That's just where we're getting started, because that's the kind of problems our customers immediately have. But there's many more places that this can go, and we're really excited to be on the cutting edge of it.
Yeah. So it makes it very powerful, doesn't it? And it's not only knowledge-wise, but at the same time, this tool can help our clients. Like if you would like to put that in the email, it can do it, right? So it's at the knowledge level, but at the basic like logistical level, it's very useful.
Right. Yeah, we're definitely leveraging some good conventions that have been developed in this space. So, for instance, the ability to have and reuse prompts. So one of them could be translation, another one could be send as an email. So you could see here, I could create a prompt, and you could put in a few variables. And so just to kind of see that in action, just as an example, I could say like, so this backslash send as an email to Greg, and hit submit, and you can see it automatically puts this prompt in here. Now, of course, you can make these prompts very complicated, very long, very bespoke to your specific scenario. And then what it will do is it will go and it will create that bespoke message for you.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so what do you think is the future? What are the next features we would like to implement into our new product?
I'm very excited about some new features that are coming up. One, for instance, is around trending questions. So to give people a little bit more guidance around things that people want to know. Also related questions. So when you start asking a particular, going down a particular path, maybe it could start to say what other folk have found useful. And we could also start to build in, I think, more this chat UX features to enable easier use of other things that we do here at Safeguard. So for instance, help you with recruiting, help you with onboarding, help you with adding a worker to your payroll. Any of these things can be done through natural language. And it just makes the whole experience, I think, a little bit more flexible, a little bit easier to understand. And it puts things, just right at everybody's fingertips.
Yeah. Great to see that. Is there anything else? Maybe for now, I think that's a great introduction. Thank you, Duri. I think in the next video we'll talk a bit. We'll do a bit of more examples. We'll show people how to use it, how to use a bit more advanced questions. Yeah, looking forward to see you on the next one then.
Well, thanks a lot, Greg.
Thank you. All right. Cheers. Bye bye, everyone.